All right, so at this point we have committed our 401-0. We made our last commit. We have a clean branch at the moment. Let's go ahead and run a git status just to check and see how things are looking before we go ahead and start doing anything else. Oh, wrong. All right, so our branch is clean. We're going to make sure in Dreamweaver that our files are closed. There's no open files, so we don't create any kind of issues there. And at this point, what we want to do is we want to go out. We'll take a peek at GitHub real quick, and we'll see what's going on out here and make sure, refresh. And what we can see is that we have our 400-0 branch out there. What we want to do is get this branch out there for us. So at this point, what we're going to do is a git push origin, and then our branch name, which is 401-0. It's going to ask me for my git username and my password. Hit enter. And we can actually see, if you were watching back here in the background, it popped up that the branch went up. We have no errors and it all looks good. What happens when it pushes up, it zips it up, sends up a zip file, and decompresses it out there. Now we'll go take a peek and we'll see. And if we look, this menu, you need to refresh it, the page. They need to update that in their code so that it updates. Now we can see that we have 401-0, and in 401-0 we can see all of our commits and our changes, and we go back to 400. Of course, we could see what's going on in 400, and at the moment, master. And what is master reflecting? Well, master is reflecting. We go into settings and go to our GitHub pages. That's where we can find this link. And if we click on it, we can see that our code is working out here, just as it's working on our local. But what we can see, the difference here, when we check out master before we merge it, you'll actually be able to come out and try to grab that app data object, and it will not be there because, of course, we'll be on the master branch unmerged. So our next step, we got that up, we pushed it up. Now we want to go ahead and we want to do git checkout master. And now we can see that we're on the master branch. We'll go ahead and do a git status. We're nice and clean. So now we're going to do a git merge. And what we're going to do is pull the changes into the file system, right? So at this point, if we look, if we open up app.js, we'll see we're still with the variables at this point. I'll go ahead and close that. I probably created a Dreamweaver note there, so let's, because I opened and closed. Nope, we're good. Okay, so git status, we're on master, and we're going to merge. So git merge, and we want 401-0, correct? Yes, validate that. When I merge it, it basically showed me that there were 22 changes. These are all additions, these are deletions, 9 additions, 13 insertions, and deletions there. So at this point, we'll do a quick git status. We'll go out here, we'll take a look, and if we look in our app.js now, we can see that we've brought over, and actually I think we actually forgot to get rid of that variable. Application tagline, so we'll do that in the next step, but for now we got that taken care of. If we come out and we do a git log, and the reason I'm doing the git log is what I'm looking for is to just grab that information that I logged there, and I'm going to copy it, because now we're going to go over to Dreamweaver. We're going to right click on our readme file. We're going to say open with Dreamweaver. In here, we're going to basically take what we've done, and we're going to put it in what we would call our manifest. And the intention of our manifest is to notify people what has happened in this branch, what's been done, what work has been changed. And we'll go ahead and we'll save that. We'll close the file. We can see it's been modified at this point. We'll go out to our Git again. And we'll get out of our log. Let's do a clear. And at this point, we have to git merge. So git status. Check that readme file in. Git add, and then we're going to do a git commit. And I'm actually going to go back and look for a commit that I use because I like to keep it consistent, the verbiage consistent. So I'm going to go ahead and put 401, and that we're merging it and pushing it to GitHub. So at this point, git push origin master, and where we're pushing it to, obviously, where we're headed is out here to GitHub. And we'll go ahead and do this push username. Just pushing it up. We actually saw the page in the background refresh. And at this point, if we go and we look at our commits, we can see we merged the 401 branch to master. We could go look at that code by clicking on there. Take a look here. You see our readme was updated. Our notes are in there about what we're doing. We have our branch in there, and we are good. We can go and refresh our page, make sure that works. Excellent. And close that one out. And now we want to quickly take a look and empty cache on localhost. We can see our tester that we can do is we can see by pulling up that app data object. Because if we go out onto production and we inspect and we do a cache refresh, that app data is not going to be available, as you can see. So once we do our push to production, that'll be available. So let's go ahead and do our push to production. And we're simply going to do that by clicking on our file system. Make sure we're on master. Check remote real quick. We look good. We're on remote. We look great. There we go. So let's come back to local. Let's highlight the whole site and say synchronize. We're going to say delete remote files not on local drive. We're going to preview it. And it's just saying it's going to push up these two files because they're the only ones that have been updated. So we'll say OK. We'll go validate our push. So we'll do a refresh. Now if we go for app, we can already see that it's there. And we can see that our push was successful. No errors, and we're able to access our app data. Awesome. So that wraps up 401-.0, and we'll move on to 401.1 in the next video.